today's task, in a wet windy day by the look of it, is to pull down this wall, this retaining wall. First it's got a bit of concrete in front of it which I'm going to remove so it doesn't get buried. It's not very strong, this concrete, so I have to handle it gently to stop it from breaking. Got some strong slabs on top. Decided to keep those. I hope I don't regret it. They are heavy to move about, but they're strong. I can lift them with the digger. Most slabs like that, they just break too easily to lift with the digger. Now the serious bit. These blocks go down to where that's broken off near the step. Solid concrete below that. Plucking these bricks off one at a time. I did think about keeping those, but I couldn't really think of a reason I wanted to keep them. So they've gone for muck-away. Windy, blew the camera over. Just want to get this sort of material that's got quite a lot of roots and stuff in it out of the way so it doesn't fall down on where we're working. It's my usual mantra of keeping materials separate. Yes, I don't know where that glass came from. Is that by the steps? Loading out the concrete. I guess that one was broken. As usual, manually digging out stone. Change buckets. Now let's give it a wriggle. See how strong it is. I'll lose those stones balanced on there if they don't evaporate. Perhaps they'll magically disappear. Oh, they have. These walls, not really that strong once you pull on them. As with a lot of the structural material around here, it's got bits of old pipe in it. Water pipe, scaffold pipe, mostly water pipe, these ones. Spinning the track gets the mud off. Now I'm trying to get the metal out of these bits of concrete so that they can be recycled. And that's putting up quite a fight there. Now, there was supposed to be a segment here of me breaking this up, but somehow I managed to not turn the camera on, I'm afraid. So we jump to here, where I've already broken it in half. And now I'm lifting these bits that are a bit heavy and trying to smash them into smaller bits. This is some of the hardest concrete we've seen on site. Most of the foundations were a much weaker mix than this. Now that one's too big for me to lift into the dumper, and also with all that metalwork in it, it's not so good for recycling. I like to try and get the metal out wherever I can. That picking up and throwing concrete down on top of them worked fairly well. This one won't break. So I tried the sledgehammer. Made no impression on it, which is quite rare. Sledgehammer usually makes stuff like that crack. I'm getting there. The trusty sledgehammer, definitely the most effective tool, but I can only sustain sledgehammering for a fairly short period of time before I'm worn out. And now using the angle grinder to cut the remaining bits of metal out. Oh, it knocked the wheelbarrow over. I wonder if I sometimes spend too much time doing this sort of thing. That's a strange thing. It's some sort of fire iron, I think. Out with the angle grinder again. There's a bit coming out there that we can't even see that I angle ground. I'm positioning it. I'm trying to grab that little bit and break it off. A pair of pliers might have been easier. It won't stay. That finally got it. There was that. It was like about 2 inches long. I should have just left it there. Sorting the stones out from the concrete. And there comes a point where you can't really scoop anymore because you've got nothing to scoop up against. So they have to be told to jump in the bucket, which they always do. Who am I fooling? Quick inspection. See how we're doing. And good night.